Welcome back to map 3 between Grubby and HoT. This time it is Nullwood. The score is 1-1. The series is tied at the moment, and Grubby is spawning here in the top left 10 o'clock spawn position in yellow, going for Altar first, of course, and HoT spawning in the bottom spawn position at 6 o'clock, going for Altar first as well. So yeah, two spawn positions which aren't entirely cross positions but rather far apart, which is definitely going to be something Grubby is going to be happy about, just due to the space he's going to get for some creeping with his probably Blade Master first and later on his second hero, and because of the possibility to abuse his race's mobility advantage compared to you know, what HoT is going to be building, unless HoT is going to go for some crazy mass hunt strides strategy or something like that. We'll find out about it. No early Engine of War by the Night Elf player, DH against Blade Master, and in the middle is a Fountain of Health, which you know, usually people claim it's an advantage for the Orc player, and you know, that's not entirely wrong. Of course, we'll see the Ancient of War right now. HoT doesn't have the resources to get a quick Hunter Soul here, so this is just a late in-base Ancient of War, which is going to be providing a few archers eventually, just to be safe against, you know, some of the stuff that, for example, happened to HoT on Secret Valley. But I'm assuming it's not going to happen here, just given that the rush distance between the bases is incredibly large, and therefore Grubby is probably going to stick to a more passive early game. Grubby is going to find HoT soon. HoT is going to find Grubby soon as well. So far, both of the players only know where their opponent isn't. Demon Hunter, let's see if he's gonna go out for some harassment immediately, or if he's just gonna start by creeping at the Goblin Merchant here. Grubby's gonna suicide this PN immediately. Let's see if no, Demon Hunter isn't even attempting to get the XP from that one. Grubby is gonna start with actually the Null Warden here. Usually people tend to go for the Null Brood first, which Grubby is now switching to, because that one of course drops the item, and the Demon Hunter is just going for some harassment immediately. And it looks like the way Grubby is doing it, he's gonna get both the Null Brood and the Null Warden. Now getting mana burned with the DH coming in. He could continue doing some damage here with the Grunt. Let's see. No, Grubby isn't even going for the last hit here. He just wants to continue creeping as quickly as possible. Maybe after taking a little break at the heal fountain, maybe he's gonna go for the next shop at the bottom here immediately, which, wow, if HoT smells this, that would be so great, because obviously that's the one shop that isn't obvious to take, but Grubby isn't taking it either. He's just going for some more scouting. The archer here is going to very easily make it back to the fountain. Grunt is out in the meantime. Let's check the tech status here. Grubby didn't get a shop before starting his tech. HoT's tech nevertheless is a tiny bit ahead of Grubby's. Okay, just bring the Wisp here for no apparently reason. But fair enough, since nothing died here by HoT. Of course, the archer moving around a little bit, but the Windwalk is far from over, and therefore the Blade Master is going to get away safely here. He can pick up the Boots of Speed, which is what he's doing in the meantime, getting dust as well, and continues creeping with his grunts. Of course, he's got quite a bit to go until he reaches level 2. Going to sit at the heal fountain there for a moment, and not yet adding a shop or anything, so he really wants to rely on the heal fountain apparently, given that he's taken quite a bit of damage while creeping. In the meantime, at the tavern there's already a Wisp sitting, no Hunter Soul coming by HoT, so we're probably going to see Druids of the Talon by him again, the Blade Master. Closing in on the archers here, but HoT, I'm not sure if he saw that somehow. No, he didn't see it. Otherwise he would have been actively using Shadow Melt and not just have them Shadow Melt because they were idling. But once again, it doesn't look like Grubby is gonna get the kill on any of these archers. Very good movement here by HoT, who's always making sure to have, you know, something standing in between the Blade Master and the low HP archers blocking in the meantime. Nevertheless, level 2 for Grubby after the Null Warden is going down here. The Demon Hunter, what has he been doing? Heading back to the main again, so Demon Hunter didn't really get a huge lot done in this early game so far. Null Brute is going to drop another item for Grubby, Claws of Attack, so Blade Master is pretty decently equipped already. We do see Tier 2 is finished for Grubby, TC coming, shop coming, no other buildings coming so far. He doesn't have the gold to do so, and the Demon Hunter gets the last hit here on the next of these Null Brutes. Maybe this time one of the archers is going to fall. Yeah, HoT is trying to squeeze this archer in between the Blade Master and the low HP archer, but doesn't successfully get it done. And now the Tier 2 buildings are coming. I'm wondering why he did go for the Berserker Strength upgrade that early. Because, you know, it has already finished, and therefore Grubby is obviously gonna want to make some use of those grunts. Maybe just to get some more efficiency in creeping here early on. But is that worth delaying the Tier 2 stuff? I don't know. Maybe this, maybe it isn't. I guess we'll find out in this game. As you can see, the grunts now even more easily than previously can take this little green camp down. Wisp is being detonated here. Grubby did already skill the aura, so the mana lost early on here isn't gonna hurt him too much. What might hurt him a little bit more is HoT getting this spawn position creep camp for free, at least the rock golem, because now Grubby is coming in from the backside. Greater heal potion for the Demon Hunter, which is awesome. One Quill Beast finished here, one archer taken down. The rest of the archers once again heading back. The Blade Master does have the boots, he doesn't have mana. Maybe he should just switch to this other archer immediately, because they are so far away from home. One of them is definitely gonna fall. And this is a little bit risky. The TC does have a speed scroll though. Maybe he could try and save the grunt here, but he's going for the Beastmaster with it. In the meantime, the archer... Wow. I don't know what happened to the archer. It may have gone down just looking at the XP of the Blade Master. And now he's coming in from the top, trying to get a block done on the Beastmaster. But the Wisp is getting the block on the Blade Master done just for a second there. Very nicely done by HoT. And he's actually getting the Beastmaster into safety. There is only one archer remaining, so the other one definitely did go down on the way home. The Beastmaster does use all of the Moonshoes. First Fairy Fire is being casted here on both the Blade Master and the TC. Demon Hunter is coming back, and there's no shop yet, and therefore the TC is probably just gonna fall anyway, unless the big heal potion is being transferred, which HoT is doing in time here. So using the big heal potion just to keep his level 1 hero alive. Not sure if that was worth it, but yeah, maybe it is, but I guess it wasn't, because the level 1 hero would be back in a second anyway, and Grubby's momentum would be gone anyway as well, because he wouldn't have the power to continue pushing at the moment, given that there are so many talents out already, and that there is the Night Elf base to help HoT defend here. So I guess I would have let the level 1 hero go down, but then again, who am I to question HoT? Second Raider out in the meantime, and Snare has obviously finished already. The first Walker is out already as well, and now the TC can finally start creeping. Is there Fairy Fire? Yeah, there is still Fairy Fire. As you can see, it's not even blinking or anything, so it's gonna last for an even longer time. And just with these couple of talents, changing them into crow form makes the Red Drake such an easy target. HoT picks up the Lionhorn of Stormwind, and Grubby can only pick off the pieces. Maybe he's gonna be the one getting one of the spawn positions right now, but this is very risky. HoT is already heading over there because he knows that the Blade Master isn't with the army, and he sees the army with the Fairy Fire. So this is, as I said, super risky. Another Raider is coming in. Did he just rebuild Grunt? Maybe he did. Don't really see a great point in that, because they will be easy targets soon enough. And now Grubby apparently has changed his mind here, pulling back. The Fairy Fire has run out. Maybe he wanted to lure HoT over here, because right now he's gonna get the creep camp here for free, because HoT was obviously going here to creep check. So it looks like HoT is probably just gonna creep this on his own, because he doesn't want to have the time wasted that he just spent marching down towards this, you know, bottom left corner of the map. So yeah, we'll see what Grubby's gonna be able, or how Grubby's gonna be able to capitalize on that. And another greater heal potion for the Demon Hunter. Let's see if he's gonna be able to use that in time. Grubby using the inward potion here just to chase after the Demon Hunter. Now with the ensnares coming in, he's definitely gonna have to use that potion, which is exactly what he's doing right now. TC is coming in from the top. The Blade Master is taking a lot of damage. The Talon's very much out of position, but the TC is only level 2, so as you can see, the Shockwave doesn't do all that much damage. Is there a heal scroll for Grubby? No, there isn't. Two of the Raiders excuse me, very low HP. One of them is falling, second one is falling, and the rest of them is gonna have to be pulled out as well. First of the Talons is finally being saved by a crow form, but the rest of them has fallen as well, and it looks like Grubby is doing very, very well in this fight. Despite losing a few of his units, all of the Talons, almost all of the Talons, have fallen, and two of the Night Heroes are on very low HP already, and therefore HoT has to pull the town portal here. 40 supply remaining for Grubby, plus almost 1,000 gold against 40 supply for HoT as well, who has spent his entire resources already though. So Grubby with these resources, as you can see, is able to get up to about 50 supply and maybe buy a few new items. So decent fight for him. That's gonna force HoT to go into the late game, because he's not gonna be able to follow this up, or follow this early game up right now with a quick push eventually. So that's gonna give Grubby some time to creep up. Blade Master almost level 4, TC almost level 3, so this time his Blade Master is looking a lot stronger than it did previously, which is not a huge surprise, especially given that this is Nullwood, and it's not exactly the most difficult task to get a good Blade Master on that map.
We're under attack.
And again, he's pulling the P in here, so he's gonna go for the rather greedy expansion, I'd say. He's gonna invest the 385 gold again, but the difference this time is that if HoT is going for the push and Grubby has the necessary map awareness, then he can just go for a counter push with Raiders and, as I said, make use of his superior mobility that he's got with the Raiders, with the Endurance Aura, etc., compared to the very slow moving Talons. But yeah, we'll see. Of course, if HoT was to move up here immediately, then Grubby would be totally out of position and not able to go for the counter attack, and that's what I mean by saying he needs the right map awareness to get away with a style like that. But of course we all know that Grubby is known for his hit and runs and for his base trade style, so there's a decent chance that he knows what he's doing when it comes to this kind of games. And he's adding more and more grunts as well, which is a bit surprising to me. Another walker spawned as well. Grubby at 58 supply against HoT, who's at 50 right now. He's got 2 heal scrolls though, a town portal, no staff at all, which I think he didn't have on TS as well, did he? And Grubby does have a town portal on his Blade Master. And does he have a scroll? He's got 1 heal scroll and greater mana potion for him. So yeah, he's gonna be forced to town portal right now. A lot of his army is very low. Let's see here, maybe. Yeah, here, so right on top of the Talons. And he's using the heal scroll immediately as the fight begins. Dispel used to get both of the heroes back on the ground. He still has 1 more shockwave on his TC, despite the minus 100 mana burn going on him, and then there's still the potion remaining. Shockwave going through the Talons, the factory is being picked off, but at the same time HoT is getting a lot of kills on these low HP orc units as well, and Grubby is taking so much damage here. 1 more walker going down, another 2 raiders falling as well. I'm guessing soon the Night Elf will be forced to pull his town portal. The Tinker is going down, nevertheless. He's Beastmaster reaching level 3, and a couple of Talons going down there in the end as well. A fairly decent trade for HoT. The problem is just that the expansion this time for Grubby is going to come up, and this time it's definitely going to come more into play than it did on Terina Stand. Tinker's being rebuilt, DH 3.5, Beastmaster 3, Tinker 2, yeah, Tinker 2, and he's gonna have to rebuy a town portal. He's gonna have to get new scrolls, so before HoT is ready for the next fight, it's gonna be a little while, and that's gonna give Grubby the time to really benefit from his expansion, because he definitely needs that time given how much he just lost. Blade Master is now being revealed. Unfortunately for HoT, he wasn't quick enough to cast the Fairy Fire here on the Blade Master. But look at how few units Grubby's got left. It's 43 supply against 46, and he is not gonna want to fight here yet. So maybe in this particular circumstance, HoT doesn't even need to rebuy all of the necessary items and wait for his Tinker, because there's just so few units remaining for Grubby, who is, as I just said, not going to you know, willingly take a fight. He's going for the counter pusher, apparently, as HoT is now heading towards the top of the map. I mean, HoT still hasn't... Okay, HoT has scouted this, so okay, he knows about what's up. The Tinker is back, but he might be caught off guard here. But HoT is thinking quickly enough here, pulling the Tinker back into his own base, already getting the Pocket Factory into place, just to make sure to have a little bit to defend himself from a counter aggression. But it looks like Grubby is probably anticipating a counter expansion here, which isn't there, and therefore he's giving a lot of free space to his opponent, who's taken down 2 peons here. 2 more have escaped for now, but the Great Hall is under pressure nevertheless, and Grubby is giving away a lot of opportunity here, and now he's actually town porting in, so he's trying to defend this. The Tinker, of course, isn't with the army. Maybe he's just gonna try and force a town port here. Immediately Cyclone going onto the Blade Master. Shockwave hitting very, very nicely. TC is out of mana already though, and now Grubby is switching focus fire to the Talents, leaving the heroes alone for now. The first Grunt and first Raider have been taken down already as well. The mining continues in the meantime very, very slowly. 2 more Talents are being taken down, and the problem for HoT is that he's gonna run out of Cyclones here very quickly as more and more of his Talents are going down. But at the same time, he's doing so much damage to all of Grubby's units. The Spirit Walkers have to fall back. The last Raider is about to fall, and now it's only the heroes of Grubby, plus the 2 Walkers here, which aren't really doing too much anymore, and another Raider against the 2 remaining heroes of HoT, who is bringing his Tinker across the map right now as well, and the couple of Talents. So yeah, once again, Grubby is coming in, staff used by the Tinker, who didn't pick up any other items. Okay, I thought he might be bringing an Invo Potion or something, but that's not the case. Grubby is doing a decent job here, sniping out the remaining Talents. So now it's only the heroes remaining for HoT, and that is, generally speaking, bad news, because the Orc heroes, together with Spirit Link, together with the Raiders, are yeah, pretty decent at dealing with the Night Elf heroes. But Grubby is actually losing his TC here, killing the Tinker in return, but losing the TC, definitely a big deal. Grubby is able to close this around here against the Demon Hunter, and that's definitely going to trigger the town portal of HoT and holds the expansion for now for Grubby. But he's lost his entire economy there, so he's not really benefiting from that at the moment, because he's the one who has to rebuild peasants. And HoT still has plenty of units remaining here at the bottom of the map. I'm assuming he reset his rally points when he pulled his Tinker back here, and he was anticipating Grubby's push at his expansion. And that's why Grubby was eventually able to overpower him, because the reinforcers just weren't there for HoT. But now he's able to fight with the reinforcements. Another Talon is falling, but at the same time, one of the Walkers has already fallen, and another Walker is in trouble, and the Raider is in trouble. Disenchant going onto the Blade Master here. Let's see if the Raider and the Walker are going to be able to escape from the Demon Hunter with the Boots of Speed. Another Raider is going to fall here at the fountain. Of course, the Blade Master is able to work extremely nicely against this Orc army, which has Night Elf army, which has rather limited damage output at the moment. Now he's got to run. Now he's got to run with the Grunts as well, because they aren't doing any damage to the Talents. The only units they are really good at dealing damage to are the heroes and the Quill Beasts. So Grubby getting a lot of stuff out with very low HP here, but the problem is HoT is aware of that, and he can just fly in here. Maybe, yeah, with the Hawk. Is that Hawk? Yeah, the Hawk is level 2 already, and therefore both of these units are going down. The heal stuff is being cancelled on the Blade Master. The Grunt is probably going to fall as well, if HoT is paying attention to it. Yeah, the Grunt is falling as well. So this is like the VIP Hawk for HoT here, cancelling the heal staff and killing 9 supply of Grubby in a very crucial phase, where he might, just because of that Hawk, not be able to hold his expansion right now. He's evacuating the PNs. Let's see where he's heading. Is he gonna try and defend this once more, or is he gonna go out on the map, maybe creep some more immediately, not waste any time fighting this army? He's heading out towards the right hand side at the moment. Looks like he's gonna try and hold this expansion, but it's so late already. It's taken so much damage. There is a town portal on the Demon Hunter of HoT, and this Great Hall is definitely gonna fall. And looks like Grubby is changing his mind right now, moving. Now one of the fairy dragons gets killed by the Bat Rider. Yeah, moving towards the bottom of the map. He sees that there is no point in trying to hold this expansion anymore. By the way, the main mines, yeah, still have a little while to go, especially Grubby's, who has about 500 more in there after the little harassment by HoT earlier on. So 5.5, 4.5. No items basically for Grubby. He's got potions, but the heroes aren't the ones focused first usually. He'd want to have Invo potions and Heat Scrolls. Heat potions not really, yeah, the greatest weapon for Orc heroes against talents, because as you can see, the Blade Master and TC, they won't be focused. They will only be in the air all the time until the units are gone. Pocket Factory is taking a bit of damage here. Now Grubby switches to the Tinker, the Raider. The only Raider gets taken down immediately. Another one is reinforcing from the top. He needs to throw a well-timed ensnare onto the Tinker, but once again there's still no staff for HoT, who apparently just doesn't care about staffing his heroes, and so far rightfully so, because Grubby is really in trouble. He is trying to reposition his TC, trying to go for the Demon Hunter right now, who's got the town portal, but what's the point is the question. Even if he forces that town portal, he's gonna pay so much for getting that. Windwalk used again by the Blade Master. TC has no more mana. Heal potion used right now by the Blade Master, and it looks like he might be able to force the town portal here, but Blade Master is the one who's being chased away first. Both of the Raiders are in the air, and yeah, HoT is putting the town portal here as he's being held in place by the ensnare, and apparently doesn't want to risk anything, but not without killing another Spirit Walker on his way out. And as you can see on the Orc Heroes experience, he didn't really get a lot killed here. 5-4 still against 4 and almost 3 Tinker. 43 supply for Grubby, 49 for HoT. No expansions on the field at all. New Bat Rider coming for Grubby. Eventually he's gonna have to pay attention here not to accidentally pull the creeps. Then again, pulling the red camp might eventually come in handy for Grubby, because could provide him with like Scroll of Restoration or Potion of Restoration. Anything of that sort could certainly help him out in that position. And yeah, of course, eventually the main mines will be able, or the main mines will run out, and HoT will be able to uproot his Tree of Eternity and march up here to the expansion, or maybe to this one, which has almost been entirely crept. Whereas Grubby is gonna have a harder time coming back from that, so he continues creeping his TC right now. Of course, level 5 is a huge deal in those battles. HoT at the moment does have 1 heal scroll, still no staff, which I'm guessing we're just gonna have to deal with. But so far, except for his Tinker at very low level, he's been able to keep his heroes alive very nicely. Scout PN being picked off here, and that means level 3 for the Tinker, so the even stronger Pocket Factory. And the TC has not quite reached level 5 yet. 3 Bat Riders here in position, so with the next kill on either the Hawk or the Fairy Dragon, he's gonna reach level 5 on his TC, which is of course extremely important. Pretty good position here though for HoT. Pretty difficult for Grubby to take a successful engagement. 58 supply right now for Grubby, 50 for HoT, and the Spirit Lodge has gone down, so the 4 walkers are all Grubby is gonna have for you know, quite a while, if he even rebuilds the Spirit Lodge at all, or if he's going into kind of an all-in mode right now. The Fairy Dragon has been taken down, pretty important for the walkers here to, you know, freely cast their spells without taking a lot of damage every time. TC has been crept up to level 5 in the meantime down here, and Grubby is really waiting it out, waiting for HoT to maybe misposition, waiting for the pocket factories to run out, waiting for some opportunity to get into a good position. The TC is marching around the bottom. Is he gonna get the shockwave off? He does. He's hitting 4 talents. One of them is going down. Shop-wise, yeah, he still has it here. Maybe he can get a clarity on the TC immediately. And HoT for now is pulling back. He's building an expansion here in the meantime, so he's not all-inning or anything. There isn't even any pressure for him at all to be there to break Grubby's main base, with Grubby being there, with Grubby's level 5 TC throwing shockwaves out of the back, and therefore he's pulling back for now. He's forcing Grubby's hand by having both the Tree of Life up, and I'm assuming as soon as Nature's Blessing finishes, Tree of Eternity marching up here to his natural expansion, which I'm not even sure if he's aware that that one hasn't been crept yet. Might be a painful surprise for him. And Grubby continues creeping the red camp right now. Of course, no XP to be gained for his heroes, but of course a potentially great item dropped by the Granite Golem. We'll find out about it. Definitely should make sure to keep his Bat Riders as far away from that one as possible. And it's XP Tome, of course. Okay, so there can be some XP gain. And Potion of Divinity, an awesome item for the Blade Master. 25 seconds of free attacking in fight against talents, which are basically more or less only used to disable the Orcs heroes, of course, mainly the Blade Master. So basically defeating the entire purpose of the Night Elf's unit composition here, at least for 25 seconds. So super great item for Grubby, who's probably gonna head down to the heal fountain right now. He picked up the Tome of XP with his Blade Master, so that one is very close to level 6, which of course can be game changing as well. But he's keeping the Potion of Divinity on his TC for now, so maybe he just wants to get a couple of shockwaves out without being mana burned in the meantime. Guess it depends on the personal favor, because personal taste, because of course a level 5 TC can be game deciding as well. If okay, one Talon, one Bat Rider connecting here, the other one be taken down. Level 5 TC of course can be game deciding as well, but only if he's able to throw shockwaves, only if he's got the mana. Which of course against the high level Demon Hunter who's already closing in on level 5 isn't exactly an easy task. So Grubby out of Golden Camp for now. 57 supply for him. He's pulling the peons out to do some long distance mining, I'm assuming. Whereas HoT is getting this expansion, not running yet, not really sure what he's waiting for with that one, and he's getting the Tree of Eternity in place. And Grubby has not scouted the second expansion, the one with the Tree of Life yet, so HoT might just be giving up his Tree of Eternity here in order to creep some more, in order to get into a better position. I'm assuming he wants... Oh, he could get level 5 here on the Demon Hunter with that null, but actually he decides to go into the fight right now. Tree of Eternity being picked off right now, so only one expansion for HoT, which is kind of the standard after the mains run out anyway. But of course, unscouted. The next Bat Rider connecting here, but this time Flare Form being used in time. And therefore no kill by Grubby here. And Grubby did get the level 6 in the meantime. Of course he got some XP by killing the tree, and maybe a wisp or so did go down in the process as well. Just given the high level shockwave kills them immediately, and there were some wisps around the Tree of Eternity earlier on. So HoT still has the expansion, and Grubby doesn't know about that, which is very painful, because every second that passes right now is going to be in HoT's favor. HoT sees the long distance mining, of course, but that does not nearly keep up with the running expansion of HoT, and Grubby still has no idea about that. Maybe, you know, if HoT just idles for a little bit longer, Grubby is definitely going to read that properly. But the question is, when is he going to go for the big attack? All of his walkers have full mana. His TC has full mana and the potion and the divinity potion. The Blade Master has not really too great items here. Sold a lot of his stuff. Gloves of Haste finally picked up after like half an hour of game time. And HoT is getting more and more good items here, really benefiting from the expansion. He's got 4 scrolls of healing right now. And against a potential Blade Storm and level 3 Shockwave, that's certainly going to yeah, be very favorable for him. Okay, now the Bat Rider is gonna see the expansion. The Talon is even going into Crow form. Now Grubby knows what's up. Now he can just turn around and kill the Talon if he wants to. But then again, that wouldn't even be a economically wise trade, so he's just gonna fly away. I'm guessing HoT would be extremely satisfied if Grubby was just gonna blow up the Talon, the Bat Rider into the Talon. So now he's getting into position. Grubby's coming in from the top. This choke point would be amazing to fight for the Night Elf player, of course. This choke point isn't much better, and he can just keep his talents in the back here. Pocket Factory is being summoned. The Blade Master is coming in. Shockwave and Blade Storm being used. Heal Scroll number 1 used by HoT. A couple of talents have gone down. He definitely needs to use another Heal Scroll here. TC is in the air, being dispelled. Next Cyclone going on the TC, but he did get a Shockwave off. The Spirit Walkers repositioning. Blade Master now going on the hunt for a couple more talents. The next Shockwave not really hitting greatly. Now the Divinity Potion has been used by the TC. Imagine the Blade Master just going at it right now with 25 seconds invulnerability. But that's not the case. Another Heal Scroll has been used by HoT, who's already used all 4 of his Heal Scrolls. Grubby is going for the kill on the Beast Master. He does get it, but in return he's losing all of his units, basically. 2 walkers, no Raider remaining. It's 42 supply against 25. And as I just said, Grubby basically lost everything. The TC now with the Speed Scroll running out. Blade Master can continue chasing after the talents, but he's just going to be cycloned again. I'm assuming the walkers are coming in. Spirit Link could be casted here, which... okay, Town Portal passed by the Blade Master, but the problem is that the expansion is still up. Both of the walkers are going down. Grubby down to only his heroes, and he calls GG in a pretty good game. The Blade Storm there in the end doing a ton of damage together with the level 5 TC. And I think, as I said previously, I believe the Divinity Potion on the Blade Master would have been a much bigger deal, especially given that all of the very painful shockwaves have already been, or had already been used by Grubby before he used the Divinity Potion on the TC. But I guess the key point was really Grubby scouting the expansion of HoT too late and giving HoT the time to get this many Heal Scrolls, to get properly equipped. He was still staying at 50 supply. He of course would have broken eventually because he was very well equipped in the end. And that puts HoT up by 2-1 and only 1 map away from advancing into the top 8 of the tournament, into the grand final, whereas Grubby needs to win 2 in a row right now, and map number 4 is going to be Echo Isles.